Today we will recognize and celebrate students who exemplify the qualities we value at PCDS Country Day School. Qualities such as creativity, resourcefulness, curiosity, compassion, courage, and dedication. But singling out individual students is not an easy task. Every one of you sitting in this room makes significant contributions to the uniqueness of the school, and whether your strengths are in the classroom, on the playing field, in the art studio, or on stage, we are a whole community because of each and every one of you. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome the art faculty to present the Art Department Award. On behalf of the Everett School Art Department, I'm honored to present 2 awards to 2 outstanding seniors this morning. First, the Art Department Award. This award recognizes achievement in studio arts. At Phoenix Country Day School, such achievement is defined by boldness and creativity, perseverance through problem solving, and a harmony of conceptual ability with well-crafted design. This award is presented to a student who demonstrates a high level of spatial awareness, material reasoning, and consistently high participation throughout each artistic endeavor. Today's winner revisited the arts as a senior, but held nothing back. She showed fearlessness when it came to experimental materials in both 2D and 3D space. She also pushed her boundaries when entering the 4D studio realm of Dr. Tolentino. Unafraid to take risks and push her limits, we expect the student to do great work in the architecture program at the University of Cincinnati. I'm thrilled to present the 2014 Art Department Award to Lauren Levine. Established its annual art award in 1984. Each year, a select number of secondary schools with noteworthy programs in the visual arts are invited by RISD's president to nominate an accomplished artist from the senior class to receive this distinction. Phoenix Country Day School is proud to honor the RISD Award with a student who not only demonstrates a passion for the arts in high school, but a desire to enter the creative field in the years to come. I knew almost instantly that this student possessed the artist trifecta. 1, naturally, both creative, technically, and conceptually. 2, the maturity and vision to relentlessly critique both her process and product. And 3, an unmatched work ethic that drove her to be in the studio after school hours and on breaks, finalizing a portfolio. A portfolio that was accepted by some of the most prestigious art schools in the country, including the namesake of this award, the Rhode Island School of Design. Because her interests lie at the intersection of science and art, this student will join the very distinguished Carnegie Mellon Art Department in the fall. I'm so proud to present the 2014 Rhode Island School of Design Award to Kate Warren.
Back to PCDS, which I'm very, very excited for. I am going to switch it up and say who this award goes to beforehand. We are presenting the Choral Award to Miss Maddie Lewis. This year we started a new a cappella club with the help of one of our sophomores, Leah Janich. Thank you very much. And we would not be able to be as successful as we were this inaugural year without wonderful leaders such as Maddie Lewis from our lone senior, and we really are going to miss her talents, her leadership, and just her wonderful
I'm going to announce Chelsea Wu's this year's Senior Stream Award. Chelsea, to me, personifies lifelong learning and music. Her pursuit will carry her through, hopefully all through college, even going into medicine and sciences. But she's accomplished so many things, 4 years straight in All-State, which is a huge accomplishment. And it goes on and on and on. The National Orchestra, which incorporated all 50 states, and she was one of 13 to represent Arizona. And I'm sure that in the years to come, she'll continue with that in all that she does, and I will miss her.
Chris Madison, will you please come to the podium? Chris's parents know the importance of music education. Started Chris on piano in what grade? 5. Then he came to me as a tyke in the 5th grade and started out on the, and it wasn't long before he added sax. Then in 8th grade he was banging around on the drums, and him and his brother Ben started a band called Speed Limit. How many people here have heard Speed Limit? And he's been a tremendous musician, as you all know, 8 years, and ended up being one of our best drummers of all time. Congratulations. Arts Awards with Keith Burns.
Thank you. Good morning. The Theater Arts Award goes to a dedicated student artist who participates in and contributes to the theater program as a whole, its classes and its productions, with passion and excellence. Our theater program is multifaceted, and it consists of many things, including acting, classes, productions, technical, etc. And this award goes to a student who's participated wholeheartedly in all of them. I will call Maddie Lewis up to the stage. Improvisation, scene study, stagecraft, and Shakespeare. She has memorized, characterized, emotionalized, and empathized with scenes and monologues too numerous to count. In addition, she was a dedicated cast member in the fall play, of course, in Willy Wonka, and Maddie, more than anybody, stayed after rehearsals to get things done, to build props, to arrange costumes, to do whatever needed to be done on stage and backstage, supporting the little 3rd and 4th graders as cast members as well as the rest of them. I have a lot of stuff written down here that I'm going to skip over, but finally, of course, Maddie was our single student writer and director of the one-act The Crooked Gun, which performed at Arts Walk. And why did she do that? She did it because she loves it, and she has a passion for it, and she does it well, and she does it with, as Ms. Simmons said, good humor. So I could go on and on and on. Maddie is someone who's not afraid to be the lead in the show, the director, producer of a show, and she's not afraid to sweep the stage, and for that I greatly appreciate her. So, Maddie Lewis, thank you. I now have the honor of bringing up my colleagues, the English department, Mr. Kuhn, chair, and other officials. Good morning. I like the view from here. This is nice. We are here this morning to present 2 awards to 3 members of the senior class. The first is our annual English Department Prize. which is awarded every year to a senior who's done the most outstanding work in all the areas of our upper school English curriculum. The recipient of this award must demonstrate full understanding of the language, write clearly, accurately, and expressively, and probably even more important, show a wide-ranging, abiding love for the study of literature. This year's recipient is one of the most widely read students we know, having dedicated herself to reading far beyond the requirements of the school's literature program. She's one of the most dedicated and talented students of English we've known in recent years. Congratulations, Alexa Lexi Lewis. Ms. Driscoll and Ms. Decker will present the awards for composition.
One of two recipients of this year's award for composition, this student is exceptional, having been recognized for her awe-inspiring, sweeping prose, the power of her content, and the lyricism of her sentence structure. She writes with consummate passion and depth about the unspeakable and the beautiful aspects of our lives, making her writer of vision and courage. I'm honored to present one of this year's composition award to a transcendent talent.
This award for composition also goes to another student who has distinguished himself in his pursuit of excellence as a writer. This recipient is a true writer, fully committed to the habits of mind that we recognize in the literary greats. He mines every experience, memory, and observation for its emotional freight. Undaunted when the heat of a moment refuses to reveal itself, he will write until it does. He generously shares his work in progress, balancing a keen sensitivity to the advice he should take against his own impeccable taste. He graciously listens to and comments on the written work of others, offering support and camaraderie, and he revises with dedication till the thing, the wholly written thing, is just as it should be. And he reads, widely and wildly and warmly. It is my pleasure and privilege to award this prize for composition to Alex Swanson. It's my pleasure now to introduce my colleagues in the history department.
A conversation is an exchange of shared and unshared values, hypotheses, and definitions. Through conversation, we seek to identify common understandings as well as unique perspectives within the form and content of language. The goal is not to win or agree, but simply to understand. This student most consistently sought to not merely argue with history, but to understand it. The History and Social Sciences is proud to present its 2014 Department Award to Alex Swanson. It is now my pleasure to introduce a man I've learned a great deal from in my limited time here at PCDS. He is one of the greatest examples report, I give you Mr. Dave Martin.
Thank you, Mr. Garrett, for those kind words. You're a wonderful man. He is, seriously. All right. The Sala Baron Prize is one of the cool ones up here, folks. Sala Baron is recognized as one of the 20th century's greatest intellectual historians in Judaic history, back on the East Coast. His family was instrumental in founding Phoenix Country Day School, and his grandchildren and hopefully another generation have graced these halls as alums. This prize is special to this department. We look for the senior who has taken a rich array of our electives. All of you suffered through 3-year-long courses, but many of you have decided to go up to 4 and 5 credits, including the spring where we only had 2 electives. This remarkable young lady sat through comparative genocide, economics, cultural anthropology, and theories of justice. In each and every case, she excelled in scholarship, in inquisitiveness, and simply wanting to know. I'm deeply honored today to present this to Michelle Greenfield. Now we'd like to turn it over to our friends in the math department.
Good morning. I don't think I need the little step stool either. Today I have the pleasure of recognizing 2 of our many talented math students. I was thinking about this a couple of weeks ago, and I was thinking the only year this decision was easy was my first year when I didn't know anybody. And every year it's just so hard because there are so many of you that are so talented in so many ways that touch our hearts and our classrooms and our minds, and it's just always a very difficult decision. The award for Outstanding Mathematics Achievement is presented annually to a student for exemplary work in mathematics. This student is recognized for his or her intellectual curiosity, scholarship, and classroom leadership. Typically, he or she has taken a variety of math classes, including our most advanced offerings. We seek to honor a student who loves the challenge of learning mathematics and whose passion for the subject is evident in the classroom every day. Today, we are so pleased to honor Lexi Lewis with the Math Department. In yet another year full of very strong candidates, Lexi stands out by virtue of her outstanding work ethic and exemplary achievement. She raises the bar with her good questions and remarkable ability to keep the entire class, especially me, on track. She is always on, always ready to go, always ready to learn, always ready to work. It is evident to me that Lexi loves the precision of mathematics, the neat and tidy way solutions can be crafted, the beautiful way it all fits together, the way it makes such perfect sense. Lexi, it has been a pleasure working with you for the past 4 years. You are truly a joy to teach, and I sincerely hope you will continue to study mathematics next year at Dartmouth. Congratulations. In addition to our department award, this year we are pleased to recognize another one of our seniors with what Mr. Flanagan humorously refers to as a Lifetime Achievement Award. Brennan, it seems as though I have been standing on stages introducing you and recognizing you with awards and such for most of the last 5 years. From the Math League Crest to the AMC contest and the AIME to Math Department awards to your senior speech, the year is simply not complete without a vigorous nod to your outstanding ability and achievement in mathematics. So before you go, we would like to drag you up here one more time so that we can congratulate you on your superior efforts and accomplishments in math over the past 5 years. Thank you for all of your hard work.
Rensselaer Medal was first presented in 1916 with two purposes: to recognize the superlative academic achievement of young men and women, and to motivate students towards careers in science, engineering, and technology. The medal is awarded to a promising secondary school junior who has distinguished themselves in mathematics and science. This minimum $15,000 per year merit scholarship is guaranteed for 4 years for each medalist who is accepted and chooses to enroll at Rensselaer. The responsibility for selecting the Rensselaer Award recipient belongs to math and science faculty within each participating secondary school. On behalf of the Math and Science Departments of PCDS, I'm very pleased to announce this year's recipient, Bryson Rogers. Present this their Science Department Awards.
The Science Department Award is given each year to a student who we believe has shown not only excellence in a range of advanced coursework in the discipline, but who is also curious and creative. This year, the Science Department is delighted to recognize not one, but two members of the senior class, and I will present the first in alphabetical order. The first is a young scholar who is known in our department for the truly incredible questions he asks each and every day. One can almost see the wheels turning in his brain as he makes connections that show deep and highly insightful understanding of whatever the material is that's at hand. Indeed, his questions in advanced physics and AP physics last year were so stimulating that Mr. Swigler claims he added a full week to the curriculum. This budding young scientist also has the ability to weave together ideas from many sub-disciplines in ways that consistently not only take his understanding, but that of his peers so much farther. And he has taken his skills far beyond our classroom and campus as well, contributing to cutting-edge research at Stanford University last summer on the treatment and developing a vaccine for neuromyelitis optica, which is a rare neurological disorder. So let's sum up intellect, trenchant insights, cutting-edge research. Is it any surprise that this year's Science Department Award goes to Sam Axe? Shared to give the second of the two Science Department awards.
Morning. When I graduated in 1980 with an engineering degree, there was only one female in the graduating class, just one. Being a true scientist, I was able to draw two obvious conclusions from that. One, given there was a lack of opposite gender social opportunities, I was able to focus more on my work. It wasn't a bad thing. And two, perhaps more importantly, there were few young women at that time entering science and engineering as a career path. As far as I was concerned, that needed to change. As an educator, I feel it is very important that young women are given every opportunity to pursue science in high school and beyond, and allowed to excel. Therefore, I am very honored today to present the second Science Award to a young lady who has excelled in science in her 4 years at PCDS, completing all 3 AP courses that we offer. She is a student who often goes under the radar because she's so quiet and humble.
amazingly talented nonetheless. Despite the fact that she is often seen and not heard, that suddenly changes when she picks up the violin. Producing music of the highest quality is simply outstanding. That's right, she is a member of our school's very own Fat Four. By that, I am of course referring to the upper school string quartet. I'm sure that is the way. So, it gives me great pleasure to present the second Science Award to the amazing Chelsea. And here to present the Bausch Shalom Award is Mr. Swindle.
Every year since 1933, Bausch and Lowell Award has honored outstanding high school science students across the country with the Honorary Science Award medal. The Bronze Award portrays a symbolic figure of youth focusing rays of light on a wreath of laurel, a traditional emblem of honor. Winners of the medal are eligible to be considered for a Bausch and Lowell scholarship at the University of Rochester, worth at least $30,000 over 4 years of study. The University of Rochester is a leader in the study of optics, home to the second most energetic fusion laser in the world, heading up the design team for the Webb Space Telescope that will replace the Hubble. The recipient of this award is chosen from the junior class based on academic achievement in science. This year's recipient is a student who seems to have a goal of taking and excelling in every science class the department offers. He is well on his way, crossing off the list this year, advanced physics, AP physics, and AP bio. He has the intellectual curiosity and problem-solving skill that we wish to develop in all science students. He is meticulous in the lab, pays close attention to detail, and obtains some of the best results. He is well versed on material beyond the scope of the class. He's happy to discuss antimatter particles and alternative universes with you. I give you this year's Bausch and Lowell winner, Lance Enian.
Spanish Award is also very good. The winner of our Spanish Award today is not only just a very good language student. His skills are impeccable, and relate to his clear, precise pronunciation coupled with his keen sense of the language and practical application of the vocabulary and idiomatic expressions. Moreover, his oral expression reflects an advancing and sophisticated speech that actually exceeds his AP level of study. He has set the bar for all language students. By his own initiative, he has been successful in using his many skills and talents to build on a solid foundation for language learning. Apart from his course work, he has made useful contributions to the design and layout of our on-campus publication in Este Momento. As his teacher, I commend him for his good effort, and I see him continuing to develop a strong base for future growth. Moreover, I am sure that if he is ever given or active in a small Spanish-speaking environment, he will not go hungry. He won't. I could actually see him at some point high government officials in a foreign market for honest business reasons, of course. So, without further ado, the winner of the Spanish Award for 2014 is Shan.
This year, it was a struggle. It was very difficult to choose the recipient in a pool of very talented and dedicated students. But this young lady stood out for her dedication to speaking exclusively in French, both inside and outside the classroom, to serve as a role model, as a leader of the French club, and for her 4 years of excellence in her studies. She eagerly devoured the challenges of the French grammar and conjugation, demonstrating outstanding intellectual qualities, bursted with genuine enthusiasm to take on rigorous assignments. Finally, she has enriched this AP class of sensational 8 students by embodying the principles of exceptional character, personal integrity, and leadership in the classroom. Lexi Lewis, would you please come here? And now, Robin Anderson from the Latin Award.
Now I'm tall this year. As I say every year before I present the Latin Award, I'd like to take a moment to express how extremely proud I am of all my Latin students. I know that during the year there have been times for each of you when it seemed that my expectations were unreachable. But just look at what you as a group have been able to accomplish. Your scores for the National Latin Exam were outstanding, and once again, the members of the Phoenix Country Day School Junior Classical League are the state champions of the Arizona Junior Classical League. If I were able to give each of you an award, I most certainly would. All of you should be proud of your accomplishments this year. The award for Outstanding Latin Student is based upon 3 criteria: achievement in the study of Latin, pursuit of knowledge relating to the history, culture, and literature of the classical world, and both support of and dedication to the PCDS JCL. Although a number of students' names come to mind based upon these criteria, one student in particular stands out. This student is someone who has been a dedicated Latin scholar, having completed 4 years of Latin at the upper school. Someone who is among the cores of Latin students that have endured the odyssey that is the advanced placement course. This student is someone who has been both a motivated member and dedicated officer of the Latin Club. She has been an anchor Kratama player for the past 4 years and the trainer for the lower team. She is also someone whom I can always count on to do whatever might be necessary for the success of the club. Having attended multiple state competitions, she has not been only a unifying force for her teammates, but also a strong and fearsome competitor. Finally, this student is a true classicist at heart. From her first visits to Italy and Greece with the People-to-People program, to her love of mythology and fascination, or maybe infatuation, with Augustus Caesar, to her recent foray into the collegiate world of classics as a student with the Princeton University's prestigious Paideia Institute in Rome, she bleeds purple and shines gold, the symbolic colors of the classical world. I hope that she knows how much I value her dedication and drive for perfection. She is and has been an incredible asset to the program, and I'm thrilled to have her in my class. It is my great privilege to present this year's Latin Award to Sabrina Whitfield. In addition to this this Latin award, it's important that I mention Sabrina has also received a Randolph College Book Award, which extends an invitation for Sabrina to attend Randolph College, and should she choose to go there, she will be eligible for a $20,000 per year scholarship. And now Betty Beener will present the Mandarin Award. When it was time for Mr. Corliss and me to choose this year's recipient for the Mandarin Award, it was an easy decision. On top of a strong commitment to academic excellence, this student regularly demonstrates a genuine interest in learning Chinese language and culture. In addition, every day this student displays one of the most fundamental aspects of learning any subject, joy. Mandarin is a language that requires hard work, especially at higher levels. I have seen this hard work and more from the student. Beyond the thorough class preparation and intense focus in class, I have seen this student regularly go the extra mile to master the language. From regular optional in-language diary entries to after-class speaking practice, this student embodies the qualities of a dedicated scholar. This individual is one of the few PCDS students to reach Mandarin Level 5, and she will be the first to go beyond Level 5 in our Mandarin program. It is my honor to present the Mandarin Award to Staley Lane. Now please welcome Mr. Lewis to present the athletic awards.
Good morning. The athletic department presented 2 awards today to 4 athletes, 1 male and 1 female, for each award. The first award. The foundation of the Eagle Athletic Department is a program called Pursuing Victory with Honor. The essential elements of character building and ethics are embodied in the concept of sportsmanship and 6 core principles: trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship. The Eagle Award for Pursuing Victory with Honor will be presented to 2 athletes who have demonstrated how we would like every PCS student athlete to perform in representing our school. These athletes sacrifice personal gain for the better of the team. Their dedication and ability to live by the Pursuing Victory with Honor principles was outstanding. These 2 individuals set the standard for what good sportsmanship and fair play is all about. They were positive role models who exemplified good character, who were spirited, and encouraged everyone around them to be better. Coaches truly love coaching them. Receiving this award encompasses commitment to the team, putting their teammates and coaches first, and displaying maximum effort and contributions to the PCS Athletic Department. It is my pleasure to announce the 2013-2014 Eagle Award winners for Pursuing Victory with Honor to Michelle Greenfield and Sam Axon. The second award today, the Most Outstanding Athlete Award, will be presented to 1 female and 1 male athlete. What does Most Outstanding Player mean? I couldn't decide what is the best definition, which I suppose could make the award a lively debate. Some define Most Outstanding as the best player on the team. Some define Most Outstanding as the best player based on stats. Some define most outstanding as a person you cannot afford to have out of lineup. Some people think that most outstanding is a general term. Others think it means most outstanding specifically to a player's team. Some say you just know it when you see it. So no lively debate here. We knew it when we watched it. The female athlete award winner, with her red high-top chopped tailors, she dominated on the soccer field, both offensively and defensively. And this past weekend, she finished in the top 20 of the state golf championships and was a third overall female best golfer. Good luck next year at Claremont McKenna playing both girls soccer and golf. It is my pleasure to announce this year's most outstanding female athlete award winner to Margaret Lunke. See the shoes today, they're white chocolate. Way to go, Margaret. The male award winner was a three-sport athlete, playing soccer and baseball this year for the first time during his high school career. His coaches wished he had played more than 1 year. He was the captain of the state playoff winning basketball team, and his teammates wanted to win a state championship just for him because they loved him so much. Also, he was one of the hardest working and finest young men that I have ever coached. It is my pleasure to announce this year's most outstanding male athlete to Prescott. Congratulations. Thank you, and please welcome our next presenter, Mr. Bob Anderson.
I am honored to have my name associated with this award and privileged to be the presenter. Community Service Award is presented to the individual who has perpetuated the spirit of involvement and giving that is necessary to make a difference in our society. Our student body is aware of the benefits derived by the giver and the receiver during a volunteer experience. He or she is the catalyst behind our growing desire to give time and energy in order for others to receive attention and care. Clarice came to Phoenix Presentation by way of Project Excellence. As a volunteer, she assists Project Excellence's adult English language learner and general education classes. During the summer, she helps direct the Bridge program for students in grades 3 through 8. She assists in classrooms, monitors arrivals, lunchtime, gymnasium time, led mentoring groups. She presently serves as the Project Excellence Program intern. This year, she was selected as a member of the Freshman Year Initiative Program for incoming freshmen. Clarice was selected to attend the Student Diversity Leadership Conference, and she was a Unitown counselor, leading activities and discussions to bring awareness to the community about diversity. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's recipient, Clarice Salazar. Now, my good friend, David Martin.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to deviate just a little bit to honor Mr. Robert Henderson. A lot of you may not know Bob Henderson that well. He's been here for 27 years. He was instrumental in our athletic department for a long time, basketball coach. He's still the golf coach, and they came in third in state, and we had the medalist championship. And Bob Henderson has left his legacy here, of course, with community service, and he was also an anatomy teacher. So I please give him a round of applause. about 30 people in front of me are squirming. The last thing they want to do is deliver another speech. This is the one award where we don't just honor them, but we also expect another speech at graduation from them. And the senior class, you made it really, really tough. You had a wonderful year. You're continuing a trend of about 7 years of great speeches. They were all good. We were very proud of you. We appreciate your efforts. It was a tough call. We had 7 nominations from the faculty, and we had to work through them, kind of like an Academy Award, as Mr. Kuhn said, to come up with the winner. It was tough, but one stood out right at the end. This remarkable young lady got up and brought out some uncomfortable truths that we have to face about sexism, racism, and it was a powerful message that generated a standing ovation at the end. So we're very proud today to honor Ms. Ashlyn Miller. Thank you, seniors, for another wonderful year. I'm happy to turn it over to Mr. Guthrie and Ms. Driscoll for the senior prizes.
The senior prize will be given to one or more members of the senior class who have distinguished themselves as scholars and as members of the community. These students have shown throughout their high school careers the highest degrees of discipline, curiosity, independence, honesty, and integrity of character, all demonstrating a commitment to the broadest sense of the goals of a PCDS education. Today, I'm honored to present the first of 2 prizes upon master quality of utter transcendence. She is one who feels deeply and learns passionately, a student who characterizes the life of an exceptional student, showering us with the power of her insights and her potential for greatness. Who else could write the following? How can we be satisfied when the sun is so bright, the night is not yet dark, when we can still see the full spectrum of colors and taste the full brilliance of our senses, the kisses of our grass on our skin, the croon of an owl so far away, the splashes of sugar and salt with every bite, the wisp of lavender brushing against our cheek. I'm honored to present the first senior prize to Alice Zapp.
Faculty awards the senior prize to honor those who made exceptional contributions to the PCDS community during their upper school years. Those whom we expect to go on and accomplish great things in their college careers and in their lives. You have already heard some of my colleagues speak rhapsodically about our next honoree. I can only echo their words and add that I've been thoroughly impressed with the depth of his intellect, the breadth of his interests, and the scope of his creative talents. He is that rare person who, when he offers up an idea, I feel that I can push back against that idea with the full force of my intellect, knowing that he won't crawl off onto a table and whimper, but will instead think through and respond, and usually show me where I was wrong in the first place. We will miss him greatly next fall as he goes off to join his sister at Yale. I'm honored to present the senior prize to Alex Swanson. Ms. Treadway will now present the Galen Brewster Leadership Prize.
excelled in leadership at PCDS in the classroom, extracurricular activities, and as a representative of the school in the community. The student is distinguished by the ability to evaluate alternatives, make thoughtful decisions, and work with others to achieve goals, and can communicate effectively and command respect for his or her integrity and compassion. The student carries with it this prize the highest hopes for positive leadership beyond PCDS. The recipient for this award fits this description to a T. I never thought I would say this, but this person has already surpassed me in organization, initiative, and resourcefulness. She is someone who gets more done than I could ever accomplish. She's a manager, a team player, and the go-to person for everything. I'm sure she was a leader from birth, but we first saw these skills in practice in middle school. She was the president of the middle school student council. She has been a delegate, a facilitator, and finally co-director of both Minitown and Unitown. For 4 years, she's been a pivotal part of Senate and a blue and gold ambassador. She's a member of Junior Classical League, Bridge Club, and was selected to be a member of USA, serving as a middle school trip counselor. She's a member of the Girl Scouts, holding the highest badge, was a catcher on the PCS softball team, and a member of the volleyball team. Somehow she found time to tutor middle school kids, assist with Hebrew classes, and served as student organizer for Relay for Life. Mr. Schweiker says she has leadership oozing from her pores. I have to agree. Last year I had the honor of presenting her with the Robert Henriksen Community Service Award, and this year I had the honor of presenting her with the Galen Brewster Award. I'm proud to present this award to Michelle Greenfield. Mr. Keith Burns will give our next award.
The Jeffrey D. Campbell Award is given to the graduating senior who, in the opinion of the faculty and administration, has shown a true desire for learning, a respect for others and their feelings, a sense of personal honor and responsibility, and a generous heart, thus exemplifying the qualities of mind and spirit inherent in a PCDS student. I will once again bring up the recipient of this award early and speak a little bit more about him as Jonathan Rooney comes to us. So he gets to stand there and feel awkward for a moment while I talk about him. I was going to talk about him simply by rereading the criteria of the award, because if you think about Jonathan Rooney, it matches to a T. I've decided, however, to read an excerpt from a letter of recommendation that I wrote for Jonathan early in the year, because I think it represents all of Jonathan as it represents this award. I wrote, "I have not taught Jonathan Rooney a thing. He has never been in any of my classes," which is no longer true, he was in this semester's class. "And yet in the past 3 years, he has probably learned more than any student I have taught in any class. He learned on his own. He learned because he is curious and determined and creative. He learned because he taught himself and because he taught others. He taught me. He learned a great deal about theater, about technology, about business, about himself, about aesthetics, about art, and about management, and about life. None of which will appear on any transcript or as a result of any coursework. As an educator, I am more proud of the education Jonathan Rooney has experienced under my tutelage than that of any student earning A's in all of my classes combined." That's just an excerpt, and if you think about all the things that Jonathan Rooney does on campus, off campus, with us, for us, he is deserving in many ways, and because of that, I have more than one little presentation to make. Here's officially your Jeffrey G. Campbell Award. And while he's here, I want to make a little additional presentation. As you know, Jonathan does so much more than anybody could have expected Jonathan to do all across our campus, but particularly in the booth and in the theater. And because of that, in lieu of an award recognizing such, we don't have an award. I was thinking of creating one. I was thinking of creating the Jonathan Rooney Award. But it occurred to me no one would ever earn it in years to come, so it would not really exist. But what will exist for years to come, forever anyway, is the fact that Row J in Dorrance Auditorium will be dedicated J Row, recognizing on the aisles, he gets a little desk lamp. It's like a theater. So that was a great honor to be able to present that to Jonathan, well deserving, and an honor that matches is that I get to introduce now Mr. Paul Schweiger. Father Burns, you are the best. Victor Feeney, for whom this prize is named, served as a respected and beloved member of the class of 1967. The recipient of this year's prize is a senior, judged by the faculty to be the best example of the type of graduate PCDS is seeking to produce. One who excels in both the classroom and in athletics, and who possesses a uniquely affable demeanor. As Victor's brother wrote to a recent Feeney Prize winner, Victor was truly a good person, with a passion for life and the outdoors. He believed in doing right by others and aimed his life toward being of help in the world. It is my honor to present the 2014 Victor D. Feeney Prize to Margaret Bonke. Now welcome back Ms. Sharilla to introduce the faculty prize.
The faculty prize is awarded to a senior who best exemplifies a serious commitment to education, including high achievement, seriousness of purpose, a willingness to explore beyond class requirements and expectations, and an awareness of the interrelationships of the academic disciplines. This prize endorses the individual as representative of the faculty's best academic efforts in values and attitude, as well as an accomplishment. The recipient of this year's award has an impressive academic record across all disciplines. But beyond that, the student is known for being compassionate, insightful, trustworthy, and kind. Over the years, the student has been committed to diversity issues and served as a co-facilitator at this year's Unitown workshop. Through her work this semester doing research with the Southwest Autism Research and Resource Center, her researcher and emerging expert in her field. As one of her teachers states, she's a brilliant thinker and simply a remarkable human being. It is my honor to award this year's faculty prize to Morgan Schwartz. Morgan, but the recipient of this award is also asked to speak on behalf of her class at graduation. So we will look forward to hearing more from Morgan at graduation.
report over to introduce our pathway speaker. Since you were born, your mom or dad has always been there for you. They make sure you leave the house wearing pants, make sure you do your homework, and most importantly, are always there for you when you need them to be. Knowing her qualities, it feels so natural to say that Jenny Treadway is the mom of PCDS. She is the irreplaceable and invaluable piece to the puzzle that is known as the high school. On the sad days that JT, as we affectionately call her, is out sick, the high school feels like a chicken with its head cut off. People peek into her dark room and turn around with a look of despair on their faces. We are lost without her. She is one of the most dedicated, responsible, and hardworking people I know. And at the same time, she somehow manages to get everything done without a single complaint. She gives and never expects anything in return, and that is what makes her so wonderful. I wouldn't have made it through high school without her. I am very honored to introduce today the one, the only, Jenny Treadway. We all love her.
Thank you so much. Try to get through this without crying. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. Let me repeat that. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. This quote has often been repeated since it was written by Friedrich Nietzsche. It certainly applies to any student who has survived and has succeeded in as difficult an academic environment as PCDS. Many say that once you graduate, college is actually easier academically because of that strength that has been forged. But as I gaze out on the senior class, preparing to take their leave, and the rest of you ready to move ahead, what strikes me is not the resilience you have developed academically, but that you did so while facing so many more obstacles and difficulties on top of it. Your resilience extends well beyond the classroom. Those outside our walls have a limited understanding of the students that learn within them. There are lots of assumptions made by others that having the money to pay for a PCDS education must ensure that all our students live in a bubble of comfort and lead easy lives. Anyone within our community knows that these assumptions are wrong. While some of our students have money, and it provides a great education and some creature comforts, it certainly does not ensure a happy or easy path. Students in this room have dealt with more than many of us will ever know. Not one day goes by that I don't look at you and admire how much you handle. In addition to your schoolwork, which includes math homework, ID papers, chemistry labs, hours of athletic practice, running club activities, playing in concerts, managing internships, taking SATs, and applying to college. When you're in the midst of struggle, it's hard to see its rewards. Even your teachers sometimes forget just how much you're handling, and they can't imagine why an assignment might be late, or your paper might not be of the usual quality. We too get focused on our subjects, our issues, and our own interpretation of why you didn't do well, forgetting that we see just the tip of the iceberg. Your ability to do all of this is also supported by those around you. Nobody develops real resilience completely on their own. Your family, friends, and faculty are there to provide a shoulder to cry on and a soft place to fall. We too have been through things that have made us stronger. Every adult in this room has a story to tell, things that have enabled them to be the person they are today. My life stories have made me who I am. I can understand the pain felt when you fail at something, the disappointment of not receiving an award at an award ceremony, the sting of being bullied, the disappointment of not being able to meet the expectations of the ones we love. I understand the dysfunction of coming from an alcoholic family and having the weight of the world on my shoulders, the pain of the death of a spouse and parent, the horror of being a caretaker to a drug addict, the darkness of depression, the disappointment of being the child of divorce and then getting divorced myself, and the fear of having two life-threatening illnesses. Steve Goudier once said, "My scars remind me that I did indeed survive my deepest wounds." That in itself is an accomplishment, and they bring to mind something else too. They remind me that the damage life has inflicted on me has in many places left me stronger and more resilient. What hurt me in the past has actually made me better equipped to face the present. Seniors, your speeches this year were filled with stories of your difficulties and how you dealt with them. We heard about how you face them with the support and love of your family, friends, and classmates. As a class, you were there for each other in the tough times. We heard about living with ADHD, dealing with deaths or illnesses of parents, siblings, and friends, growing up in a unique family, being bullied in school, handling divorce, experiencing post-traumatic stress disorder, the feeling of being unattractive, struggling with anxiety, coping with unhealthy lifestyles, and overcoming stereotypes. These features weren't news to you because you had handled them together. Your ability to open up and discuss these hardships shows your strength of character and your willingness to share your story. Both of these are characteristics of resilient people. Because of your life experiences, you will be sensitive to others who've gone through similar difficulties. I can only hope that you will find a way to do this as I have. I love what I do because I see myself in you. I empathize as will you. I care as will you. I love as will you. That is my greatest wish for you. Someone once wrote, "A bird sitting on a branch is never afraid of the branch breaking because her trust is not on that branch, but on her own wings. Believe in yourselves, seniors, because you've earned that right." You will continue to face struggles in the future. Life is not easy. How do you deal with difficult times? How do you build upon your foundations of resiliency? I have 4 thoughts on that. Number 1, resilience is a choice. Choose the mindset that allows you to see difficulties as opportunities and not the other way around. Learn to embrace your inevitable mistakes as important parts of your path and not simply roadblocks to success. Your mistakes and your reaction to them will come to define who you are as surely as your triumphs do. Choose college classes that interest and challenge you, not the ones that will just get you an easy A. After years of being told what to do and what to take, you finally get to choose your path. Do not choose the path of least resistance. It will lead to the least results. And do not call your mother to talk to your professor. It's up to you now. Number 2, resilience requires your strength, both the body and spirit. Take care of yourself. Fill your days in college with things you enjoy, people that care about you, classes you love. Eat right. Pizza is not a vegetable. Exercise. It is easy to get into a routine that doesn't involve anything more physical than walking to class and moving a fork to your mouth. Get plenty of sleep. That doesn't mean going to bed at 3 a.m. and missing your 8 a.m. class. Do not go to every party. This is your first try at independence. Try to make it work. Remember what your parents say is true. Nothing good happens after midnight. Number 3, resilience requires a community. No one truly makes it alone. Despite what many might think, we need each other. We need support. Maintain your family and friend relationships, and you'll have an instant, trustworthy, and reliable support network around you at all times. These people will be there to get you through any tough times. My journey would have been impossible if not for my mother, an incredible role model and the most resilient person I know. I'm honored that she is here today. Number 4, resilience is fed by a combination of self-trust and gratitude. Look to find and harness your inner resources, but also recognize and embrace the blessings that have been given to you. Opening your heart and helping others makes you grateful, which in turn makes you aware of the positive things in your life. It sounds corny, but at the end of the day, you could write down or think of 3 things you are grateful for. These don't have to be earth-shattering, but could be as simple as appreciating the sight of Camelback Mountain as you walk over the PCDS bridge every morning. It is impossible for gratitude to exist with negative emotion. Use it when you need to change your perspective and find a new direction. Use it to heal your mindset, feed your spirit, and appreciate your community. To the underclassmen, we are all there for you. And to the juniors who created this shirt, it is because I care that I will tread white on you. Seniors, I love you. Thank you for this honor and do great things.
Congratulations to all of the prize winners. You deserve it. Thank you to Ms. Ragsdale and Ms. Treadway who spent countless hours putting together this ceremony. And thank you to the faculty. The school is exceptional because of your dedication and commitment. At this time, please join the a cappella group directed by Ms. Zimma in singing the alma mater, the words to which are in your program. At the conclusion of the alma mater, you are dismissed.